Alright, welcome back to another episode of GoneNoMad.
Welcome back, guys.
Everybody's been wondering where we've been and what we've been doing.
If we're alive or dead.
It's been a lot different trip this year.
A little more chill.
We've had a lot more things going on. We've had weather issues.
Yeah.
A lot of people have noticed and talked about the knee brace I've been wearing. Basically, I injured my knee last year, and so that's kind of hampered our hiking this year a little bit. I worked through it this summer, and by the time fall came around, I was in pretty rough shape. So been kind of taking it easy on that front. So we haven't been doing a lot. We haven't been moving around as much as last year.
No, we've been staying probably about 2 weeks or so at any place, as opposed to, a week, a couple days, this and that. So just a little bit more stable.
Yeah, last year we were just run and gun, man. It was just,
yeah.
run everywhere, experience and seeing. This year, we've been trying to spend a little more time at each park or each area, and then kind of satellite and check out, things in that area.
Yep.
We've also had things going on. Obviously, the holidays went through that period, and my mother, she actually moved from New York. She came out and saw us last year. They had a really cold winter, and she loved it. She was out here for a week. She stayed with us.
Oh, yeah.
So in that time period, over the last 8 months, she's kind of decided she sold everything. She's 74 years old.
Yep.
And so she moved to basically stay in Colorado, and then from there she was looking for a spot to winter, in Arizona. So we've been looking at parks for her, and then we finally found a park, and she bought a park model, and we've been getting her moved in and set up, and I think she's going to stay here year round. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's excited. We've just been showing her around and getting her settled, and
she absolutely loves the fact that she'll never have to deal with snow again, and
she's so stoked.
Yeah, it's a beautiful area down here. So
yeah, so that's really cool.
So a lot's been going on. We'll just pick up where we left off. I think the last video, it's been a while as far as our current timeline.
Yeah.
We were in South Dakota. We left there and we made the drive down to Colorado Springs.
Stayed at Garden of the Gods again.
Yeah, Garden of the Gods is a really good park. We were going to do the same as last year, stay there for Thanksgiving and spend time with family.
Yep.
One of the other changes this year has been with Coda, as she's rolling around on the floor. We didn't have Coda last year, so we had a lot more freedom. It's a little different this year, and taking her from on the farm, she has full reign of the property.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Here she's got to be on a leash at all times.
A little bit more restricted for Coda standards.
Yeah, it was. We really struggled with kind of leash training her and getting her used to all the stimuli that the campgrounds and traffic and population and people and dogs all that provides, and so she's mellowing out. I mean, she's still a pup, but she's doing pretty good. There's hiking restrictions in a lot of places.
Yeah.
You can't take dogs.
No.
So we were at Garden of the Gods. It was nice and warm the first few days.
Oh yeah, it was. Oh my God, it was like 60s.
Yeah, it was nice.
Gorgeous.
Going up into the park, taking her on a leash, doing some short hikes, and she was romping around on the rocks, and
she was crazy.
jumping in the streams, and anything she could have to have fun on, and so that was kind of cool. Then it got really cold there, and some snow came in, and
blasted with snow and single digits, and
when we first pulled into there, I forgot about that. We had I turned the water on, and then Tina comes on. She's like, "We got water spraying all over it." Well, in my haste when we left South Dakota, I didn't completely winterize everything. I was 99% there, but the 1% was I forgot to flush the toilet and drain the little toilet valve. So we had to replace that part. I just got a little clip on that. Went and picked that up and swapped it out. That was no big deal.
Yeah, there was a Camping World nearby, so that was good.
Yeah, got that, and that was a day project though, but literally it took about 5 minutes to fix.
Right.
Okay, so we had water spraying out all over the place here, and basically it's this internal valve. It's a multi-switch valve. They've made it really convenient as far as replacing. Basically you disconnect your water supply line, which I've already done. and that's just PEX tubing. Coda really wants to play here. Then basically you stick a screwdriver. This just goes into a slot. Stick a screwdriver in, pop it out. I assume there's an O-ring gasket on the inside of this. That's how it seals into the toilet. Now I have to remove this clamp here, and then we're going to take and go to Camping World and see if we can pick one of these up. I think I'm getting out of focus. I looked on Amazon, they're like 32 bucks, so Camping World I'm probably going to spend 40 or 50, but that's okay, I need it today. So that's the deal. We'll replace that, and we'll see if we can't get some water going again. We'll catch you guys later. What do you think, Coda? She's not happy. She hates plumbing. Oh yeah, and then we had all that snow that came, 6-8 inches of snow, and then it melted down a little bit, and then obviously it, I don't think it melted because it warmed up. It melted because it was sitting on top of the camper.
Yeah.
So it was a day before we left, and I thought, well, I better check the slides. So I went to move the slides in, and they wouldn't budge. So then I had to go to Walmart or whatever and buy a ladder.
A ladder, and it
climbed up there, and there was like that much solid clear ice on the top of the slides. So I had to chip that away as easily as I could without damaging the seals or the gaskets or the roof.
Because we don't have the slide guards.
The little awnings.
Yeah.
I recommend that. I had never really thought about it in the past. I thought it was just one more thing that the wind would catch or would be a pain in the butt. But if you're camping in snow, there's definitely an issue there because all that snow is going to build up on the slides, melt, freeze, and then you're going to have issues. So thought all that out, and we got the camper all put away. We drove to New Mexico, I think.
Yep, spent the night there.
Stayed in a little
it was a casino.
Casino, yeah. Those are really good spots.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't gamble, but to pull in, grab your $25 site for the night, stay hooked up, pull through, and then just blast out of there the next morning. They work good for that.
Yeah.
So then after that, we bypassed everything we did last year as far as Cottonwood and Sedona.
It was way too cold for that.
It's been really cold this year. On average, I think the Southwest has been the West probably.
At least 20 degrees colder than last year.
I think they've been averaging 5-10 degrees, but there's been definitely days that it's been 20 degrees colder. So Sedona and Cottonwood, all that was snow and below freezing. And last year we were there, it was in the mid 60s down to 40s at night, 30s. Yep. So we went right to the valley. We went to east of Phoenix again to Lost Dutchman.
Yep.
Lost Dutchman, it's a beautiful park, like all of the Arizona state parks we've stayed in. They're just really spread out. They're open, and they're absolutely scenic. Every one we've been to. You've got the big, Superstition Mountains in the background, and that Flatiron Trail.
One of my favorites.
That was the one that Tina struggled last year, and then
kicked my butt twice.
We ended up going to the top, but we took Code out on that, and she did great. All the hikers passing by, she got a little excited and climbing rocks.
Oh, she's fearless. Absolutely
she's a rock
fearless.
climbing machine. I mean, she'll just scale up something, and going down is where we get worried because she starts going too fast, and then whoop, there's a 40-foot drop off that she's never seen before in her life, so she's not used to being fearful. It was kind of good because I was working with her after a while. I was getting her to kind of stop, and then I would scamper down a little ways, and then get her
slowly
to come
get her
down.
down.
She'd do her little dog crawl.
Her little creep.
Yeah, down the rocks. But we didn't make it to the top of the Flatiron Trail because that last, right 7/8 of the way up, there's that sheer rock wall.
Yeah, that was just...
There was really no way to get her up there. If you had a smaller dog, you could probably make it work, but...
Yeah, no, hey.
We didn't want to chance it.
No
so.
chewing.
That was great. We just enjoyed the heck of that park. One day we went up to that little lake. I was going to look up the name of that.
Oh, yeah. It's by Tortilla Flats, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not Roosevelt Lake. There's a smaller little, canyon lake up there. Just went up to check it out for an evening, and, it was a beautiful drive, and Coda got to play in the water. And
she had a blast.
It was pretty warm when we were at Apache Junction. In fact, I think we took that under bed storage unit.
Oh, yeah.
The Rubbermaid deal, and filled it with water, just so she could have like a little doggy pool to play in, and
she had fun.
she was throwing her toys in it and putting her nose
Putting
underwater,
her face under it, and
light rolling in it. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That would be a good investment. I think if we were going to be a lot warmer, they have the little canvas with a frame. I think the little dog pools that fold up to nothing. It's probably a smart idea if you're going to be in really
desert.
hot weather.
Yeah.
But we haven't been that warm, you know. I mean, I think the highest we've been this year is maybe 70, you know, and usually I'd say the average we've probably been high in the 50s and low in the 30s or 40s.
Yeah, yeah.
It's been pretty cold.
We looked out with a few upper 70 days, but
yeah,
it was short-lived. So
yeah, exactly.
Take what we can get.
Trying to think what else we did there. Oh, we had coyotes like crazy this time. Probably the most highest dense coyote population, you know, at any park we've been in. I mean, you'd hear packs of them all the time.
That was really cool to hear. I mean,
middle of the day, they would come right up to the back of the camper.
Yep. I mean, just fearless.
Yeah, I mean, the thing we're so curious, just coming up and checking things out, and usually a couple times a day we'd see that one.
Oh yeah, he'd come up
sniffing
right
around the fire, and
we'd be sitting there, and Coda was oblivious, so that was all good.
She never even knew it was there. Those things are so stealthy. I mean, you can look out; it'll be literally you'll see a coyote 30, 40 feet away, and you look away for a second, you look back, and they're gone. I mean, you think they disappeared, and then it'll move again. You realize it had moved 1 foot or 2 foot. It's just they blend in so well.
I was just gonna say that.
And they're so stealthy. I mean, they use the terrain to really get around and hide themselves. So that was cool to see the coyotes. Did we do anything else major up there? Not really. It's been pretty low key. You know, we've had a few other things we've been dealing with, and
we've done short day hikes and stuff
a lot
like
of
that.
we're going out every day. I just don't want to put 1,000 videos about us walking on the trail every day.
Right. That might be a bit much.
That's part of the reason that we haven't updated videos as much. We've had a lot going on. We haven't done the crazy adventure hikes.
Yeah.
But we have been active. You know, we've been out doing short hikes every day. So
it's been good.
Soaking it all in, sunrises and sunsets, and just really enjoying the downtime. You know.
Yeah. Very much so.
Yeah, it's been really cool. So I think that's about it. That probably took us up till, right before Christmas, I think.
Yep.
And then from there we shot down to Picacho Peak, which is another state park. It's kind of between Phoenix and Tucson.
Yeah. Yep.
So first time we'd stayed at that park, so that was new for us. And once again, I think we spent probably about 3 weeks there. So that'll be coming up, down the road. We've got a couple other videos we want to get out, just kind of a little more, informative ones, and kind of a State of the Union and things like that where we're at.
Right.
But that kind of sums up that, and we apologize about the delay in getting videos out, but we're still here, and we've got definitely some more ideas for some videos coming up in the future. So
stay with us.
Appreciate the views, and any comments or questions, post them. We'll do our best to get to them, and
for sure.
Thanks again, guys.
See ya.
Bye.
Yeah.